So this is the signal stage breakdown, signals framework, playbook, spot, detect intent, integrate, unify data, group prioritize accounts, segment accounts, okay, nurture warm engagement, okay, activate precision ads, you can run ads and outreach, loop feedback plus learning, and scale automation and expansion. This is where you can, at the time of scale, you can really build out, agentic AI and automation and really expand as fast as possible. Right? So 7 step, very simple 7 step, but if done right, can do magic for your business. Right. So let's talk about individual steps. Okay, spot. So what are the type of signals that you can detect? I've already talked about it. Let's give you some more examples. Then when it comes to detecting buyer intent and signals, these are some common ones. Of course, we have so many other use cases as well, but these are some really common ones. Website visit. Who is visiting your website? Are you able to spot? G2 review activity. Who is visiting your G2? What kind of review they are giving? What kind of activity they are doing? That data can be fetched and enriched back to your HubSpot or Salesforce in real time. Job changes. If a company is going through some job changes, hiring certain type of people, hiring signals, tech adoption. If company acquires Salesforce CRM, okay, or HubSpot or Stripe or whatever, right? And if that is something which is an important signal for you, and that's an important signal, right? So we have built with another data providers who can easily give us this data. Even Apollo and Zoom Info does provide this signal as well. Social listening, very important signal. If you want to, you can use LinkedIn Sales Navigator or something like a trigger file to do social listening, where you can upload a bunch of accounts and then continuously listen to those accounts as to what kind of talk they are, so that you can continuously improve your ABM, right? And the output will be raw intent signal stream. The output is from all these different sources. You will continuously get what we call as the high intent leads, right, or company data continuously, right? So it will be continuously fetched into something like a HubSpot or a spreadsheet or a Airtable or even a Slack continuously, right? And then you can build agentic AI on top of it to take the better decision, right? Of course, practically also we can do that in the coming days. We are certainly going to do that as well. But it's very simple. First you need to, in principle, understand what are the signals that you want and what are the use cases that you want to create on. That's the first step, right? Second step, so this is the first step: web, G2, job, tech, social, and many more. The second step is integrate, right? Unify the signals, right? For example, somebody posted a job, visited the G2, and also visited your website. So this is where the unification happens. So this is where the signals are unified, right? The same company, the same people from the same company doing all of that. So you can unify the data, right? So sync signals into CRM, CDP, or even an Excel sheet that you're using. Resolve account identities, resolve that, right? Match it, normalize the data, correct? Build single source of truth, right? And then the output will be unified GTM data layer. That's the output. Make sense? So if you want to use CDP, then there are a bunch of CDPs out there like WebEngage and Twilio, which does this job very well, especially from the product engagement point of view. But you can add other signals as well on top of this. So signals, CRM, CDP typically that we use, but you can use something else as well. The database is not an issue. Okay, how you do things matters the most, right? And you create what we call as the unified account, right? So this account is giving us all these signals, right? Okay, so that's very important. The data ingestion is important. Creating the right kind of data pipeline is important. Data deduplication is important. So this is where building the right kind of systems is super important, right? Now the next step is G, which is group, which is segmentation and prioritization. Okay, so when you group it, you do the ICP filtering. For example, if the signals are coming up, whether it matches your ICP or not. If it does not matches the ICP, you can ignore it, right? And if it matches the ICP, then you see what kind of engagement is happening. They have engaged with you on G2, 10 points. They have engaged with you on website, 20 points. They have gone to the contact us page, another 20 points. Stuff like those, right? You can dynamically create those kind of scoring as well, right? And then you can tire them, right? T1, T2, T3, you can level them. Okay, so T1 means high intent, closest to the ICP. T2 means little lower intent, not exactly your ICP. T3 means not really your ICP. So you can tire them, and then you can map the buyer stage also, right? So if it belongs to tier one, what are the buying stage mapping? Who are the people decision makers? So create a complete account-based marketing buying stage mapping, and then you will be ready to activate the ABM segments, the ABM signals, right? The outreach, the LinkedIn messages, and like so on, right? With proper context. So segmentation prioritization is super important. If you don't do this job well, then the data will be all over the place, and then your sales rep and your marketing team will not know what to be done, what needs to be done in the right way. Okay, so account, map it to the account, do the scoring and tiering, and then create what we call as the ABM segments, right? And based on the segments, you create the personalized outreach messaging, right? Which includes ads as well. Okay, nurture is where you start nurturing them, warm their account, send them nurturing email, start engaging with them on LinkedIn, on the decision makers, start following them, do an AI outreach, email outreach, chatbots, voice agents. You can do a voice agent outreach as well. The output is the accounts becomes warm, right? Meeting ready accounts. Right? The accounts are already aware of your presence, your service, your product. So when you approach them, then there is a higher chance of them responding to that, right? Okay, and this is also a time where nurturing is also a time where you can actually deliver value. You can give them ebooks, webinar, content, uh, whatever they need, right? So that they will see you as somebody who delivers value before asking anything. Okay, perfect. So segment, create the right kind of segments, warm it, personalized touch points, warm engagement. So you start doing the warm engagement, right? Okay, and then it is activation. So activation here means bridge ads and outreach. So run ads and do outreach, right? Sync audiences to LinkedIn and Google ad account, do customer match ads. So all these, tier one accounts can be a simple customer match account, and then you run ads to that. You can find similar companies using similar companies API to find similar accounts out there in the market. You can do dynamic retargeting, for example, if they have, visit your website, check out your pricing page, do the dynamic retargeting as well. The output will be precision ads aligned to intent. That's the output. What you try to achieve is that there is an intent and then you are running ads with respect to the intent, right? So the ads will be super precise, aligned to the intent. Okay. So CRM to CDP, bridge ads, LinkedIn and Google, super important. And then you can add a layer of email and LinkedIn messages as well. Okay? So feedback loop, we already talked about it. Create a feedback loop, right? Capture ad engagement, track pipeline movement, update the scores segment, optimize the workflow. So see which segment is really moving, which segment is really affecting the pipeline. See which ads are really creating engagement. And then based on that, continuously, they get this continuous feedback loop. And then the GTM system can be trained to self-improve itself, right? You can build an AI agent on top of all the AI agents, and that AI agent's job will be to get all the feedback and to improve this, to self-improve the GTM system in many ways, right? So that's the whole point of building a system, right? Which is not just campaign-led, it's a system-led, GTM-led principle by which you can, build things in a way that it can optimize itself, grow itself. And then finally, the loop feedback, the loop is ads and sales data, get the feedback and do the optimization. Make sense? Okay. So ads engagement, sales data, get the feedback and do the optimization. And a part of it can be automated as well. Okay. And finally, once you reach a point where you have the product marketing fit or service marketing fit, where you have the go-to-marketing strategy, which is working for certain segment with certain messaging, then that is the time when you should really think about scaling, right? So automate winning motions, replicate across regions. So if something is working for certain segment in Germany, then move to other cities, move to other countries, right? So replicate across regions, expand ICP coverage, AI-driven optimization. The idea is to compound the GTM engine. Okay. Uh, the idea is to not to recreate the wheel, but to just not to recreate the show, but to use the same show and go to different cities, right? In many ways. So proven motion, if something is working for certain segments, certain target audience, certain ICP, certain geography, then using automation, you can scale very fast, right? Faster than what any time before. So signals plus bridge ads is equals to precision GTM, correct? So if you add the signals framework with bridge ads, you get what we call as the precision GTM engine. Signals detect engine, bridge ads monetize intent, CRM closes the loop, sales acts on the context. Your sales team becomes an outreach team, and your sales team, they are all on the same level playing ground, right? There's no great salesperson and not so great salesperson anymore because AI is taking a lot of decision, a lot of stuff is automated. Okay, so it creates a democratization, a level playing ground for your sales team in many ways. All right, so I think we explained this. I hope this session was useful for you. Intent, signal, bridge, and pipeline feedback. That's the journey you've got to make in your GTM, and it starts with intent, but the core of it is the data layer. How well you are organizing the data, how well your data pipeline is working, how well you are optimizing the data is super important, right? Okay, if your data is all over the place, then possibly the first step will be to organize your system and data in the right way, and then start working on this system. The business outcome of signal-led GTM is higher win rates, lower CSC, faster pipeline velocity, better sales prioritization. Very important. Better sales prioritization. Salespeople will know what accounts and what deals are more priority as compared to other ones. And less wasted ad spend, right? The ad is like a sniper rifle gun used very with a high intent, with a high purpose. Okay, so better signal leads to better action, better actions leads to better revenue for your sales team. I think this is where we conclude. I hope that you like the signals playbook.